right, so family, today I'm outside. Yes, some people will be wondering what happened to the studio of Official Survivor. I'm outside. I'm not in town. I actually came to enjoy myself, the festive season. So that's why you're not seeing much of me these days. You know, I'm just celebrating and enjoying myself in Dumesua, Sonyani, in Ghana right here. So you see, I always said this in most of my videos that you don't get protected by democracy, by international law, or whatever structure it is there, UN Charter or whatever. The only thing that can protect you in this world is for you to have a strong military presence, have nuclear power, have weapons. That is the language that the world understands. This world, as you say it, you will say, oh, it's democracy. Listen, we are in a system of jungle. The strongest will survive. I'm telling you the truth. The United States has captured the president of Venezuela. This happened on 3rd January 2026. The United States went in and launched a coordinated military strike on Venezuela. They went in there and then they focused on their key military sites around the, in the capital and around the capital. Why do they target the key military site? So that they cannot retaliate back. Okay, so they carry out the attack in the night, and this happened just few hours after Venezuela president received invoice from China. Why did I put this in? I put this in because Venezuela has switched alliance and is now, let's say, ally of China and Russia. But the president was able to be captured. This is one of the reasons why I always say that, look, when we are talking about the United States and French and colonialism and power play and all that, people will be like, oh, Burkina Faso, they cannot touch Burkina Faso. They cannot touch any African leader when they turn to Russia. Listen, forget about that. I'll show you what you will hear in the news. Even if your leader turn to Russia or China and then at the end of the day, the United States take any action against that leader, the things you hear in the news is not Russia going in there militarily to confront the United States. It is not going to be China going in there militarily to confront the United States. No. You will hear it in the news. It is going to be worse. Those of you who said that when you are in BRICS, oh, BRICS protect its members. No, there is no military alliance between BRICS and its members. Now, when you are ally of a country, unless you sign military pact with that country, and that one too, before they can come in for you, it's a whole lot of things on its own. Now, when you look at how the whole thing went, the United States captured the president together with the wife. They didn't leave the wife. Now you ask yourself, what is the crime of the wife in the first place? So after capturing the wife together with the president, they flew them out of the country and took them to New York City. And they are now into federal custody to face charges such as drug trafficking and narco-terrorism. Now, the point is this. Is it truly about drug trafficking or terrorism? I will explain why I asked this question. If truly it's about terrorism and narco and drug trafficking. Now, reports also indicate that the U.S. involved Delta Force. The operation involved Delta Force, their special force, alongside their airstrike. So it was a whole lot of things that went on. Maduro has been accused by the United States on multiple occasions, especially the Donald Trump administration. And last time we heard Donald Trump speaking and talking about Venezuela stealing their oil. Venezuela stole their oil, their resources. What year did Venezuela steal your oil or stole your oil? What year do they steal your, resources? When did that happen? Oil that is underground in Venezuela was stolen from the United States. And nobody is asking the question. You see, Donald Trump is a tough person that made the global politics real to everybody to see, making them understand that we are after the oil. Because when the United States, after the capturing of the president, we didn't hear of any, statement in regards to the United States trying to break down the drug cartel and then the drug channels and whatever, they are going to break it down or whatever. No. Or close any drug channel. No, there was no statement like that. Instead, we heard that the United States, according to report, will take over Venezuela and run the country temporarily, waiting for transition. They have to put their own puppet that can speak their own language and bow to their rules and regulations there, just as they do in Africa here. That is one side. The second thing is that the second statement that follow, let me put it that way, is that the big oil companies of the United States will go into Venezuela to build the broken infrastructure of the oil of Venezuela. It is all about the oil. The same way Gaddafi went down. See, if it is about drug trafficking, let's put it this way. If truly it is about drug trafficking and Maduro is able to give US whatever they need in terms of resource exploitation, the guy wouldn't have any problem with the United States. Or the United States wouldn't have any problem with him. The point is that whether you are a bad leader or a good leader, so long as you can kowtow to our rules and regulations, you are good to go. Now, the media play also came in. After the capturing, the Western media, two things were happening on the ground. The Western media was focused on only one side of the conversation. Some people hit the street in defense of their president in Venezuela. Some also hit the street. Those who are, the thing is not working and they can't do any research. Ordinary ones. They hit the street and jubilating because their president is being captured. Just as the people of Libya did, and today they are regretting. Now, the Western media is promoting the want. People that are on the street and then they are protesting, jubilating over the capturing of the president of Venezuela. They are not posting those who are resisting and standing for the president. That is how the media operate. You can't do nothing about it. Yeah, you can't do nothing. You don't have power to do anything about it. That is media play. Even Donald Trump, his page, they are sharing some of these things where the people are jubilating. How about those who are resisting? No. Now, these are some of the things you hear in the news. Currently, the African Union also issued statement. I don't want to even read it because it is not necessary. But let me just put it like this. They said they show solidarity to the people of Venezuela. Now, when this thing happened, this is how global reaction is going on. That's why I told you that if this thing happened anywhere in the world, forget about the fact that we are talking about Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger, and we feel like the switch alliance with Russia, China, so nobody can touch them. Listen, the world doesn't work like that. When they arrest you or the United States take any action against you, these are some of the things you'll be hearing in the news. In Russia, global reaction, you hear Moscow strongly condemn the U.S. military operation as an act of armed aggression against a sovereign nation and demanded that Maduro be released. That's all. There's no way they can protect the man in any way. They can only release a statement. The next one, China expressed that it was deeply shocked and strongly condemned the U.S. strikes and the capture, calling the action a violation of international law and a threat to regional peace and security. That's all. They are not going to take any action to get the man back. That's all. You hear another one. Let me give you another one. Iran criticized the operation as a flagrant violation of Venezuelan sovereignty and condemned the U.S. forces. That's all. That's the end of it. Brazilian president and blah, 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 minister, blah, blah, blah. Cuba condemned, Colombia condemned, blah, 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 blah. These are the things you will be hearing. Spain condemned, African Union condemned, UN condemned. UN condemned the United States and urged for respect for UN Charter. That's all. So you see, in this world, if you have resources, have weapons, and they have military presence, solid one, have nuclear to protect yourself. You can only decide not to have any military presence when you don't have any resources. Nobody will come for you. Nobody can fig about you. But so long as you have military resources, you need to add military presence to it. That is how it works in this world. Nobody cares a fig about you. Huh? those who are switching alliance with, of course, they will trade with you and make sure your economy boom. But in situation like this, you are on your own. They will show solidarity with statement. Nobody is coming for you militarily. Militarily, you need to defend yourself. Let me tell you something. Assuming that the North Korea president is not having nuclear, is not having weapons, their military presence is not solid in this world, they would have been captured. That president would have been captured by the United States. The Russian president would have been captured if not because of the fact that they have strong military presence. Chinese president would have been captured if not because they are strong militarily. Who else? Now, this is the list of presidents that the United States has captured in the past years to date. Now, 2026 mark Maduro of Venezuela. Saddam Hussein of Iraq was captured in 2003. In 2004, the Haiti president James Bertrand at Aristide was captured, and more of these happened. Look at how they went in Rambo style in Libya. We can mention many. When you are not strong in this world, you will be bullied. That is the nature of the world. You see, we are in the jungle. Okay, it's a jungle system. Forget about the fact that we preach democracy and we preach peace and all that. The world, it is the strongest shall survive. When you go to the bush, the lion mark its territory. The lion can just go into any place and then capture any animal that is weak and cannot fight back. Have you ever seen the lion going after leopard, that they are going to capture the leopard and eat it? No. Because they know that the leopard will fight back. There are other wild animals that they will fight back. Those animals, they are in their territory. The lion will not dare go there. When you are weak, you become the prey. There are many predators. The one who is stronger than you become the predator. That is all it is. I'm telling you the truth. So you see, Africans should learn from this. Whether you switch alliance, you join BRICS, I told you many of the time that the strength of Africa cannot be in joining BRICS, in joining Russia, in joining China. Of course, it will help us switch and then diversify in our dealings and operations and trading and all that. But when it comes to safety in this world, all you need is to have a military capacity. By the way, it's just unfortunate that these things are going on. 21st century, the United States is still carrying out these operations, behaving like, we are in the 80s and all that. They have not changed. Their pattern is the same. Okay, their pattern is the same. Forget about, how do you call it, the preaching of peace and democracy and all that. The pattern is the same. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm outside, okay? I'm out. This time, I'm not in town. That's why you don't see more of me. I think these 2 days, I've been a little bit off. But, this is a story that I can't just let go. So I came here to talk about it. And I hope you forgive me for the background sound and all that comes with it. And those of you who did not have access to my New Year message, may this year be a successful year. Nothing should take any of you to the hospital. What I'm wishing for you is good health. The most important thing in this world is good health. So long as you have good health, life goes on. So I wish you good health. Nothing should take you to hospital. All of you, as we started the 2025, and we are able to end it successfully, and we are starting the 2026, we will still end it successfully with nobody ending at the hospital. All right. And let me know your thoughts in the comment section. See you in the next episode. Respect.